Hi, this is Mark Morrell for ToonBarn, and I'm here at San Diego Comic-Con 2015, and we're talking with the cast of TMNT, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on Nickelodeon. How are you guys doing?
Hey, Mark.
All right, I have with me Rob Paulson, Greg Sipes, and Sean Astin.
Hello, I would be Donatello.
I'm Mikey, yo.
Raphael.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to start with you, Rob.
Okay, bye.
All right, Donatello, Donnie's the nerdiest geek of the group, right?
Yes.
And you're constantly using, technical gadgets and stuff like that.
Right.
Have they ever tripped you up with a tongue twister with some of these technical jargon?
A little bit. They come up with transdimensional portal, quasi-hexagonal, diametrically opposed booyakasha things every now and then. Yeah, they try. But, I was born at night, but not last night, son. So I can figure it out pretty much. But that's half the battle. Half the fun is they come up with these really wacky, Ciro and Brandon and their writing staff come up with really cool new devices for me to sort of save our shells with, and that's half the fun. It's fun trying to pronounce them. Yeah.
It's fun because he's so good at it, and he'll sort of take a crack at it, and then from the other side of the glass he'll go, actually, no, it's blah, 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 blah. And you're like, oh, right, okay, yeah, I got it now.
So has there ever been a point where Donnie was sort of out of commission and one of the other Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles had to, take up the slack with his role on the team?
I don't know that Raph's ever had to get his,
Well, Mikey being the smartest of all the turtles, Mikey definitely has to step in, Usually the whole plan is run by Mikey. You just can't really see that that's the case.
I'm supposedly the genius, but he's the Zen master, so he really runs the whole shooting match.
Okay. Yeah, my guy's like, stop talking and let's fight,
All right, so Rob, what would Donnie say if he had to develop an antidote for a new and dangerous mutagen?
He would say, I need to get to CVS. I got to find somebody to get me a prescription. No, I would just dig into my bag of tricks, and I would just tell these guys to leave me the hell alone, and I would figure it out. Yeah, that's my job.
All right, Greg. Mikey seems to be able to make new friends easier than the other turtles. Isn't that right?
Yes, I love making friends.
And in real life, too. Greg makes friends with everybody.
Is that because these other guys bore you to death?
No, my turtle brothers don't bore me to death. I just, Mikey's a fun-loving dude, and he's basically open to everybody being good at first, and if they show that they ain't good, then we kick their butts. But at first, Mikey's he's an open-hearted brother.
Isn't that true of your own personality?
Absolutely, totally. It is. Yes.
Yeah.
Just.
How much do you guys inject your own personality into your characters, and do you have the creative freedom to do that with the writers?
Oh, well,
I love Raph. I love that he's tough, that he gets a little bit, I don't know if boorish is the right word, but I don't get to be like that a lot of time in life, but when I started reading the dialogue for the character, it just felt so good to be able to do that. Yeah.
And I think the writers essentially hired us because, at least in the auditions, we were able to give them the respective qualities of the characters that they were looking for. I think that's what producers look for in actors when they audition anyway. And certainly, I am a hopeless romantic at heart, and the fact that I have an unrequited relationship with April O'Neil is a fantastic thing. And I got to say, we get a lot of feedback from female audience members who like that there's this cool love triangle between Casey Jones, played by Josh Peck, who is just terrific, and myself, and Mae Whitman, who is April O'Neil. It's a really neat dimension to the story, and I love that there's a little romance in it. It's cool.
Do you think the roles of April and Casey will change or adapt at all in this coming season?
Well, that
it's got to grow. It's got to develop. I mean, that's one of the things that these guys makes them so. Brandon and Ciro, who are running the show, they want to keep things interesting. They want to keep things moving. So, other characters that make things complicated, and it has to grow.
And I think that people, good shows. I don't care what you're talking about, and we're talking about animation today. The successful animated shows on which I've had the good fortune of working over 30 years have one sort of dominating quality, and that is that they do not condescend to the audience. People like complex characters, even if they're funny, complex characters. People enjoy that. I mean, yeah, there are shows that are made ostensibly to, sell product, and that's fine. I'm a free market capitalist. But the reason shows work well, I think, on different levels is because, as Sean was saying, the relationships do become complex and interesting. And I love that about this show. It appeals to people on several levels, and the proof is in the numbers and the diverse numbers of people who watch it.
And wouldn't it be cool if April did this? Wouldn't it be cool if Casey did that? Oh man, that would be. They live in that space that the audience lives in, which is like waiting to see what they're going to do.
Isn't it also cool that you have to deal with this complex characters and complex situations? You have a voice director like Andrea Romano.
Are you kidding? We've all had the good fortune of working with Andrea for years.
Absolutely.
So glad you brought her up.
She's a goddess. Yeah. She's so good. She's so good.
She's fantastic.
It's a job that I'm not sure that the average, animation consuming viewer would appreciate, but that she has to have a complete understanding of the story and the characters and the ability to get inside all of their heads and to keep the train running and to make sure that it's actually a really difficult, tricky job, and I rely on her so much. I love her so much for her ability to just make me feel like, that I'm in the zone, and I love her.
Yeah.
Do you think you guys have become better voice actors as a result of her direction?
I wouldn't even be in this position right now if it wasn't for her. She gave me my first job 16 years ago, and it was my first audition as well. Yeah.
I've had the good fortune of knowing Andrea for almost 35 years, I think, 32 years. And she is unquestionably the finest voice director in the history of the medium. She's got 8 Emmys, and they're not by accident. She has so many of them that she dresses them in Barbie clothes. But she truly is, and I think, I'm a better actor, and I'm even a better actor because of her mentor, Gordon Hunt, who is the guy that really put Andrea on the map. And Andrea learned at the feet of that master, and Gordon gave me my first job almost at the same time Andrea got her first gigs. Okay. So we grew up together, but I know Andrea, I completely trust her. And her sensibilities, when she says, honey, would you say it like this? I don't take umbrage or offense at that. A lot of actors have trouble going, look, don't give me a line reading. I'm not like, I don't care. It's their dime. It's Nickelodeon's dime. If they want me to say it standing on my head, they're paying me. But Andrea will say, why don't we try like that? And her instincts are right on the money. And every time. And she does several different shows at the same time. So while she's doing this, she's doing another iteration of Batman or SpongeBob or You Have It. She's got 15. She's amazing how she can compartmentalize.
You know what I love about her? She loves actors.
Yeah, she does.
She really loves actors, and it's I don't. That warmth that comes from it gives you a sense of freedom.
Yeah.
To just be yourself, and some of the most fun things aren't even in the show. We just goof back there and enjoy each other's company, and yet there's a professionalism and a kind of her attention to detail. But if I had to pick one thing, I just love how much she appreciates what it is that the actors who work for her do.
Okay. I have one last question. You guys have worked with some.
We don't have much to say.
We could talk for days about that, but. You've had other voice actor friends that have been on the show as supporting cast and as guest cast members, like Phil Lamar, Clancy Brown, Scott Menville. Mm-hmm. All right. So, is there anybody that hasn't been on the show that you want to recommend be on the show?
Oh yeah, Dave Coulier. Dave Coulier is one of my best friends, and he is not only a terrific actor, but he's Dave Coulier. I mean, he was Joey on Full House, and just a wonderful stand-up. I'd love to get Dave on the show. Also. Cary Elwes. Cary Elwes is a good friend.
Oh, yeah.
Who is he's just and he is a wonderful guy. I mean, he's like Shawnee and Greg, way too handsome. I hate him for that.
I think President Obama would make a great prime Krang.
Nice touch.
Oh, that was pretty good. We're not allowed to. They're about to announce this list of guest cast who's been a part of it, and it is I mean, you come into these shows and you hear who they're getting to do it, and you just think, you're so lucky to be a part of this thing with all these great people, and they're doing it because it's good.
Yeah,
like they really like the
yeah.
show. Yeah, so that's
It's
my.
all because of the fans.
Well done. See how he took that right back
Right.
to you
It's
guys?
true.
It
It's
is.
true.
He's right.
We'd
It
be
is about
nothing-
you guys.
We'd be nothing without the fans. And thanks, ToonBarn, for having us.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you guys for joining us on ToonBarn, and have a great show.
Pleasure. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you.
Thank you.